Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great day. And we are live. There we are. It's getting better every day. Right? Better every day. First things first, man. Well, first things first. If you're here, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. And if you have a topic that you'd like me to discuss, let us know, and we will get it on in the next few days for you. All right. So today is September 30th, 2020, and we're getting ready to do the daily reflection. I wanted to hit on something real quick, and I'm going to make it real quick because real quick is about all that it deserves. Okay. I believe that recovery is done through community. Right? Every time I see it succeed, it is done through community. Okay. I don't care what any of these people say. Politics does not belong in recovery. Right. If you're interested in politics, great, man. That's cool. I didn't watch the debate. Okay. Nobody's pushing for better things for treatment and things like that. So that's it. That really is it. I don't think that politics belongs in it, and that's it. All right. September 30th. No matter what others people do or don't do, we have to remain sober and free from other addictions ourselves. All right. When our program of recovery becomes contingent on the actions or inactions of another person, especially one with whom we are emotionally involved, the results are invariably disastrous. So what happens is we get sober and then we start relying on other people to help us stay sober or to supply us with our emotional needs. Okay. They're human, and sooner or later they are going to fail, or they're not going to live up to an expectation. And that is never going to work. I've never seen it work. Okay. I've never seen it done healthily. How about that? Oh, it's working while you're miserable. You also need to remember that intense dislike is as much an emotional involvement as newfound romantic love. Okay? Hating someone, disliking someone is just as much an emotional involvement. Right? Emotional involvement meaning how much time, how much emotion you're putting into a certain situation, right? In short, we have to cool any risky emotional involvements in the first few months of our recovery. First year, I would say. Trying to accept the fact that our feelings could change quickly and dramatically. Okay. And that's exactly why we do 90 meetings in 90 days and we get a sponsor and we start building a fellowship up around us, because those are the people that are going to help us. Okay. They're not putting any emotional stake in you, though, if that makes sense. Okay. Our watchword must be first things first, concentrating on our number one problem before anything else. Am I building a firm foundation while steering clear of slippery emotional areas? Okay. We will get to those emotional areas. You're going to get to those in the 4th step, 9th step. And if you feel like those aren't really covering it, then I would probably recommend probably some kind of therapy. Thank you, mute button. Silly smokers cough. The other thing is that we're trying to become the example. So we're trying to become somebody that other people would look at us and go, hey, I kind of like what they are doing, and I want that too. Good morning, Jill. It's good to see you. And I want that also. And it's the attraction portion. I'm going to read out of step 4 from the 12 by 12. Creation gave us instincts for a purpose. Without them, we wouldn't be complete human beings. If men and women didn't exert themselves to be secure in their persons, made no effort to harvest food or construct shelter, there would be no survival. If they didn't reproduce, the earth wouldn't be populated. If there were no social instincts, if men cared for nothing for society or one another, there would be no society. So these desires for the sex relation, for material and emotional security, and for companionship are perfectly necessary and right, and surely God given. Right? But they all have their place. Yes, these instincts, so necessary for our existence, often far exceed their proper functions. Okay? So, in other words, we take these and we go beyond what we need to do with it. What an alcoholic or an addict going to extremes is just so unheard of, right? We are, that's what we are. We are extremists. Okay. Powerfully, blindly, and blindly, many times subtly, they drive us, dominate us, and insist upon ruling our lives, our desires for sex, for material and emotional security, and for an important place in society often tyrannize us. When thus out of joint, man's natural desires cause him great trouble, practically all the trouble there is. No human being, however good, is exempt from these troubles. Nearly every serious emotional problem can be seen as a case of misdirected instinct. When that happens, our great natural assets, the instincts, have turned into physical and mental liabilities. Now, they are now working against us. Okay. And step 4 is going to be able to give us those instincts back. Okay. Not necessarily back, but they're going to teach us how to use those instincts properly. Okay. And I tell people that a lot. Trust your instincts, man. Trust them because it's probably right. It probably is. Your instincts have to do with a culmination of everything that's happened in your past. Okay? That's what an instinct is. It's a reactionary thing to a situation. Step 4 is our vigorous and painstaking effort to discover what these liabilities in each of us have been and are. We want to find out exactly how, when, and where our natural desires have warped us. Okay? Just like G.I. Joe said, knowing is half the battle. Right? So when we go and take a look at these and we start delving into them, okay, then we're going to notice them. And once we know about it, then we could do something about it. You know, I have found for me, even in situations like I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and she brought up a situation. She said she was talking to this girl about, um, getting a place, and she was kind of in the same situation. And I was saying, her, I don't know that's a really good idea. I'd rather you move in with your brother. You don't really know this girl. And she's like, no, Dad, not moving in with her. She was helping me find a place. So I misunderstood it, right? Yay. Right? I'm really glad I misunderstood that. I don't mind being wrong, especially if it makes it right. I do not mind. We wish to look squarely at our unhappiness. This has caused others and ourselves. By discovering what our emotional deformities are, we can move toward their correction. Without a willing and persistent effort to do this, there can be little sobriety or contentment for us. Without a searching and fearless moral inventory, most of us have found the faith which really works in daily living is still out of reach. Before tackling the inventory problem in detail, let's have a closer look at what the basic problem is. Simple examples like the following take on a world of meaning when we think about them. Suppose a person places a sex desire ahead of everything else. In such case, this imperious urge can destroy his chances for material and emotional security, as well as his standing in the community. Another may develop such an obsession for financial security that he wants to do nothing but hoard money. Going to the extreme, he could become a miser or even a recluse who denies himself both family and friends. One more paragraph. Nor is the quest for security always expressed in terms of money. How frequently we see a frightened human being determined to depend completely upon a stranger person for guidance and protection, right? This weak one, failing to meet life's responsibilities with his own resources, never grows up. Disillusionment and helplessness are his lot. In time, all his protectors either flee or die, and he is once more left alone and afraid. You know, it's really tough when we first sober up. I mean, we just lost our best friend, right? We just lost something that we felt was helping us keep things together. Alcohol was always there for me. When everybody else wasn't, alcohol was always there for me. I treated it like another human being. And that was a big mistake. So when we come in, it's not surprising that we're looking for other things to fill that void, right? That is a natural human emotion. So number one, you're not doing anything wrong. Okay. You're doing exactly what your instincts are saying they should do, looking for comfort. Okay. So instead of trying to find that comfort in everyday things like human beings, we need to find that comfort in the rooms of AA or whatever room we're deciding to go to, right? And we find that in our higher power and something bigger than us, right? God talks through other people, but we don't get everything through people. I mean, it really is a balance. And the thing is, this is the cool thing. And you guys are like, well, you know, it's kind of confusing. It's because I have my own experience and it's hard to describe. It's hard for me to describe my spiritual experience to you. It just happened. It happened over time. I couldn't tell you the day. I couldn't tell you, you know, so everybody's is their own on that. Today I pray. May I always remember that healthy relationships with people are necessary for my recovery. A healthy relationship meaning you're taking 50% of the time and giving 50% of the time. That is a healthy relationship. But that substituting an obsession with either a love or hate object is a dangerous to my well-being as any other addiction. Going too far. You guys hear me say that I relapsed more times when I was excited, right? Today I'll remember a dependency is a dependency is a dependency. It doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, I've had a lot of guys come to me 2-3 months. So Dion, I saw this girl and I really want to date. Date. Date what? Okay. So let's take a realistic look at it. What do you have to give to a relationship right now? Did something change in the last 3 months? Did you have your full blown spiritual experience last night? Okay. What are your intentions? And the answer is always the same. Oh well, my intention is for her to make me feel better. Hmm. Well then, aren't you just trying to get some at that point? Yeah. Then tell the truth. My intentions are I'm just trying to get some. I don't know. I'm not looking for a guy relationship. I can't even handle a relationship with my own. And then by that time it just all falls apart, you know. But then they learn by going through the process too, you know. And when we're not really cutting, I'm not really putting you down, but you really don't have anything to offer yet in a relationship like that. So let's get you to that place. Wouldn't you much rather have somebody in your life that came in at a point when you were who you were. Don't you want that person to love you for who you are? Then you got to go find yourself first. First things first. You must take care of yourself first. Okay? That's the way it works. I know. But Dion, isn't that selfish? Yes. If that confuses you, go talk to your sponsor and do the steps. And it's an epiphany, guys. And it's why I can't force something on when something is an epiphany, right? That's something we discover on our own, and we discover that on our own so that it has more weight, right? All right. We're at the 15-minute mark. That'll be it for today. Thank you, everybody, here for being here for the daily reflection. I love you all. You know I do. Got some great things coming up. Speaker after speaker after speaker. Our website is back up, trudgingtogether.com. Feel free to visit it. Not much on it, but feel free to visit it and look at the main page. All right, guys. I love you all. Peace out and have a day. Bye.